Ray Ratto, Bay Area legend, member of the media. Uh, how's your sports seasons going out there, Ray?
Well, let's see. 2 basketball teams have combined for 1 win. The hockey team's in the toilet. The two college football teams are well on their way to going 6-6. And then there's the 49ers, who are probably a couple of injuries away from joining the pack. So, yeah, it's a party.
The Steph Curry injury. What were your expectations with a healthy Steph Curry in the lineup?
Maybe 40. And that dropped a lot as soon as Steve Kerr gave the more realistic prognosis on Klay Thompson, just because you cannot lose that much talent and not feel it materially. Well, now when you include, Curry and the injuries to Kevon Looney, they've lost the first, second, third, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth most important players off last year's team. That's thinning out the herd. Right now, I'd say 25.
Could this be a good thing?
I can't see how. Look, the Warriors had a magical run, and it was a long run. I mean, when you count the 2 playoff appearances before they won their first championship, and they started establishing sort of this new method of basketball, with players who could play it better than anybody else. That's a level of playing with the casino's money that is not quite unprecedented, but damn close to it. And the fact that it unraveled so fast and so comprehensively means that they have way too many places to fix now, because Draymond Green will play till he drops, but there are miles on him, and there are miles on Curry as well. And it's not the fact that he broke his hand, but they've played a lot of games, and they've played a lot of minutes. And when they come back, they're still going to be joining a very incomplete team. And I think if it's not a full-on rebuild, they're going to be scrambling for a while. I just think that, the worst possible combination of things happened, and they've been happening since the start of June. I mean, it's almost as if they went to the Cleveland Cavaliers and said, "Tell us how you want the Warriors to be destroyed, since they kicked your ass so many times." And that's how it happened. I mean, the only guy who's escaped is Green. So, yeah, I think this is problematic, and it's going to be problematic for a while. And I don't know if 1 draft choice or 2 draft choices can change that.
Yeah, I'm just curious about this team. When they got DAngelo Russell, and I remember having somebody on, and maybe it was Mark Stein, and he said, yeah, they're just going to have him and then trade him eventually. Do you think DAngelo Russell is there for the short haul or long haul?
Until last night, I thought they were inclined to have him there for the long haul. Now I wonder, because among other things, they are cap strapped, and seriously. I mean, they are up against the hard cap, and to the extent that it depends on how long Curry is out, but I think they have to look upon this as now a fully lost year. And so how do you fix that? Well, one thing is you start to get some cap relief, because that's where this starts. I mean, they couldn't really fix losing Thompson and Durant to start with, and Russell was sort of the interesting fallback for a team that still had thoughts that Thompson could be there near the end of the regular season. They could make a playoff run.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how they do that. I just look at it and go, as dumpster fires go, this one's pretty bright and pretty big.
He's Ray Ratto, Bay Area sports writer. What's your biggest question with your 49ers, who are in action tonight against the Cardinals?
The question about tonight is whether they can hold a team to minus points, because that's who they are now. They are a defense and running game team, which is sort of the antithesis of what everybody has always looked at the 49ers as being. But that's who they are. And so I don't know how Arizona fixes that, because they're just not good enough yet. And I think there are tests coming for the 49ers, but they're going to be by teams who do what they do, which is keep possession of the ball, keep their defense off because the defense is only on like 25 minutes a game. That's the big hidden secret about this team, is that they have a great defense that they don't have to lean on because they run the ball so well and keep possession for so long. So I'm thinking, you won't get a real sense of them tonight, but as their schedule starts to get more interesting, you might see some teams that can figure out a way around this. And once you get to the postseason and they run into teams that are like them, like, say, New Orleans, Seattle, that's when you're going to find out the difference between a great team in October and a great team in January.
Where are you with the Garoppolo confidence meter?
He's doing exactly what they want him to do. It's just, they don't want him to throw the ball 40 times a game. And he's always going to be good for an interception. That's who you get. But he hasn't gotten in the way of what has been a very successful formula, which is his job is to turn around and hand it off to one of 3 or 4 guys, occasionally throw the ball, and then go sit and watch the defense prevent him from having to play under stress. He hasn't been so much a game manager as a guy who's basically been given sort of a short list of to-dos on a Sunday, and he's met them all. So It's not a question of confidence with him. He's sort of ancillary to the core of this team, which is running and defending.
Ray, it's good to talk to you as always, and we appreciate your time.
I've missed you terribly.
I almost believe you, Ray. I almost believe you.
I almost believe me, too.
Yes. That's Ray Ratto, Bay Area sports writer.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.